Also, there's no interaction with your opponent on their turn, right? The only reason you would pay attention to your opponent during their turn is if they activate a card that forces you to do an action, like shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 4, or something like that.
Do you think that like blue players in Magic are just sitting there like with 6 untapped mana, being like, all right, what are you gonna do, buddy? just holding one of their cards. You know it's a fucking counter spell. You know they're just gonna slap you in the face when you try to do something.
That's how Soy plays. Like at a competitive level, like Soy.
If the blue player doesn't get to play the way they want, they're not having fun.
Exactly. And like the way that the blue player wins, like you don't have.
Yeah.
And it is very funny. Like Soy has described herself as she mains cards that
81.
Yeah. It was 2 interactions, not 1.
81.
It was 2.
Fuck this game. My character doesn't get 81 after 2 interactions.
My character doesn't
get 81 after 1.
Ooh, very interesting. Vulcan. And this is sort of the thing that we might see throughout this match, that even if Vulcan's like both player-wise and character-wise skew like win more often, and even gets like really good advantage save sequence, Vulcan's disadvantage is like noticeably not amazing.
Can't you get up attack that? Am I crazy?
It probably depends on like if it's good or like the damage is taken.
I thought the idea was that if you get up attack with invincibility. Oh, chump! The chump has been checked. If the answer when that thing is out, when PK Thunder 1 is out, is just to wait, just to see what the hell he's doing.
You can even just get hit by it if you really want to.
Yeah, I mean you're probably gonna get up aired for it, but it's better than dying.
You can like avoid the up airs. Actually, the SDI. Okay, this is not a 1 game for you.
Absolutely not. Jeez, Steve does way too much damage. Oh my god, going on an absolute trip on his favorite rocket ship.
That could have been dead. I'm not sure about the angle.
You're using a lot of iron.
Yeah, you're using iron.
For a guy who's losing and needs to be back airing. And it gets clipped. I was thinking about that. I was like, it's so important. There's a lot of times where you just trade the stock so he can't get home.
You didn't even have to trade the stock. He's like letting himself get hit by sometimes he's just
yeah.
Because he like loses momentum.
And the best part is, a lot of counter characters, like Palutena especially, she never hits him back. She just takes the hit for free.
Yeah.
And he just like can't move on. Dude, he was just playing with his goddamn like food over there. He was like throwing out TNT and
he's got like fushigi in his hand.
Yeah. Oh my god, those fushigi commercials.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the fushigi is now Ness. Oh, and the up air! That's gonna take it! Vulcan getting jump checked 3 times in different things.
That being said, he only got jump checked.
No, first one was magnet down air.
Oh yeah.
You can just hold out.
So yeah, he did get jump checked 3 times. That being said, with one of those stocks, dying like and it being that close there, I think this is a competitive set.
Oh for sure. Greenix was running into a lot of back airs.
Yeah. Which, makes sense for, like...
You have to contend with those big hitboxes with your body. You're big now.
If you're Ness, like, you want to...
Yeah.
So, this is a pretty competitive set. I think this will be more competitive than Greenix versus Dr. Insano, I think.
Yeah, I would say that, like, it was pretty impressive how Dr. Insano managed to get 3 stocked by Greenix after being second seed. Greenix. Yeah. And like, may it be noted that like Vulcan is doing a lot better on average. Just winning a lot more interactions, but
like he's getting something. Overall, even in this situation where like he's probably going to 0 to death, like I think his decision making isn't terrible. Right?
Yeah.
He's just getting options.
He's just like recovering his Steve against Greenix, who clearly knows what the hell he is doing.
That being said,
I just heard Daisy very clearly.
Yeah.
Too loud.
It's a personality. I like it.
I mean, I get it. She didn't have one for a long time. Look at that!
That is like, Greenix is...
He's so good at this matchup.
Yeah.
Why? Who hurt him?
He plays a lot of online racing.
Oh, you're right! Yeah, he plays against, like, Mars all the time. Just like because this is the East Coast.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, just like a random match. Also, very cool that he knew that he could do the TNT thing. And, dude, Vulcan is getting owned this game.
Yeah, Vulcan was in this position last time. But, yeah. This is definitely a momentum swing. I think this might be weird, and I feel like FP was a bad idea.
Yeah, you open yourself on the top. You don't give yourself an umbrella for your block wall.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of block wall, that's not happening. I guess because the side B is so good at getting rid of it, but you need to give yourself some time to get that iron, you know? That downer is just no longer a factor. It's a very important move. His down throw also uses iron.
There's also something like Vulcan is not expecting the space where, you know, like I think the important thing is that in the close range, I think Ness is probably advantage.
Yeah.
But I think in the mid range, right, is Ness's like super advantage actually, because the way he's applying PK fire, like puts so much threat onto Steve, like sitting.
Yeah, and PK Fair, of course, eats blocks as well. So that's like a double coverage. It's like, okay.
Like it eats blocks. It's even eating Minecraft.
Oh, you're right. This is a surprisingly good matchup, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, well, actually, and we're gonna say, shut up, no,
If you analyze it, the Steve Fox matchup, Fox is generally good, but then the 0 steps because they use it, that makes it a bad matchup for Fox.
With Steve Fox against who?
What?
Okay. Anyways, getting on to the game 3, Greenix with the advantage of the set, massive advantage.
Okay, this is also tough problem because I guess, oh my god, PK Fire is doing your taxes in this matchup, dog. It's all. I think the other big thing, right, is that like Vulcan is.
He's running into a lot of shit.
And you know, like, I think the issue is just that like Greenix just has these explosive openings, right? Like if you're
like you dread it, fear it, comes for you no matter what.
You can't do anything about it because it's just at least you can charge it for a million years. You always forget about that in this game, right? That like you weren't always allowed to do it, but like you're allowed to charge Smash Attacks for literally forever.
Although I think that they reduced the amount of time the hitbox is out, the stagnant one.
I see.
They nerfed that a long time ago, so it used to be worse. It used to be a bigger problem.
But in the case of a move like Ness's Yo-Yo,
he's
right?
dead.
Ooh, okay. And this is what I'm talking about. Like PS2, I think is a good stage that you want to. You don't want to be in a big hot stage. Not even that way.
And also, doesn't this stage give you better iron?
Yeah,
Like, am I crazy?
Am I not? Yeah, am I not crazy? Or was like everybody like we should not have PS2 be a starter? Steve is so fussy on PS2. Like, is that not something people were talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dog.
Because like it's the materials, but also like the screen like size, positioning, etc. It's just also.
Greenix is absolutely cooking Vulcan right now.
I mean, it doesn't make sense like both in like terms of like characters, and also just like as I mentioned, I mentioned again. Like Vulcan's just disadvantage. Like he just gets scared, right? He gets very flustered. And Greenix just feels like, okay.
Yo,
I'm not sure why Greenix would ever dash attack there, given that like.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but also like everything else goes.
Not easily. When you're against Steve, he does a lot of dashing back, and he's very slow. So it's very common to try and overshoot him.
It's just like running into the Steve. That's why just given how the game is like operated.
Yeah, I get you. But either way, Vulcan coming back with a solid amount of damage here. We're going to see if he can turn that damage into a stock. He's been very, very good at turning his damage into stocks recently, but...
I think the other big thing I'm noticing is that Vulcan's getting like uploads on shield, and then it's just being too beautiful. Oh!
That was potentially the game. Oh my god. That backer is going to be very, very good.
No chunk.
And he doesn't pick the right option. He almost gets spiked for it. Gets back aired. He's probably dead. The down smash. He doesn't get. He gets it from the upper area. You can't get two framed if you grab the ledge from the upper side. Oh! And Greenix 3-0.
I do like the idea of that backer because like going to
What's up, Aaron?
Oh, he just seems so much